Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. Myself Nugesh Prajapati from Lux School of Science, Bamanwa. In the previous video, we had discussed about a derived physical quantity and their units are called the derived units. Right? The physical quantity which are derived from the fundamental physical quantity is called the derived physical quantity and their units are called the derived units. In this video, dear student, we will discuss about a dimension and the dimensional formula, which is same as the derived physical quantity and the derived unit. So dear student, you know that all the derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the fundamental physical quantity and their units are called the derived units, right? So dear student, all the derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the fundamental physical quantity and all the derived units can be expressed in terms of the fundamental units. So dear student, in this video we will discuss about a dimension of the fundamental physical quantity in the derived physical quantity, and from that with the help of the dimension of the fundamental physical quantity in terms of the derived physical quantity, we will express one equation that is called the dimensional formula. So let us discuss what do you mean by the dimension and what do you mean by the dimensional formula and how we can derive a dimensional formula of the different physical quantity. So starting from the first, dimension of the physical quantity. So first of all, what do you mean by the dimension of the physical quantity? So we know that all the derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the combination of the 7 fundamental quantities, right? So dear student, we know that all the derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the 7 fundamental physical quantities of the SI system, right? So the dimension of the physical quantity are the power, or we can say the exponent, to which the base quantity, that means the fundamental quantities, are raised to represent that quantity. So how the base quantity are used to represent the fundamental physical quantity, that is called the dimension of the physical quantity. So the dimension of the physical quantity are the power to which we use to express a fundamental physical quantity in the derived physical quantity. So derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the power of the base physical quantity, that means a fundamental physical quantity. So the power of the base physical quantity is called the dimension of the base physical quantity in a derived physical quantity. So dear student, here all the derived physical quantity can be expressed in terms of the several powers of the fundamental physical quantity, and the power of the fundamental physical quantity is called the dimension of the fundamental physical quantity in that derived physical quantity. So the dimension of the any fundamental physical quantity is represented in the square bracket, right, around the physical quantity. So the dimension of the any physical quantity can be represented by a square bracket around the physical quantity. So dear student, what do you mean by the dimension? You know, right? The power of the base physical quantity, the power of the fundamental physical quantity in the derived physical quantity is called the dimension of the fundamental physical quantity in a derived physical quantity, right? So let us see one example, right? How we can derive. We are providing all the fundamental physical quantity with their symbol, right? We are dimension of the 7 fundamental quantities are the dimension of the length. We use the symbol for the length is a L, right? Not a unit. Unit of the length is a meter, but here we express all the physical fundamental physical quantity with their symbol. So that it is called its a dimension. So here the dimension of the 7 fundamental quantities are, so length, for the length we use the capital L, right? For the mass we use the capital M, and for the time we use the capital T. So these are the dimension of the mass, length and the time. All other physical quantity we represent by electric current, we represent by capital A, right? Thermodynamic temperature we represent by capital K, and luminous intensity we represent by CD, and the amount of the substance we represent by mole, right? Most probability we use the first 5 fundamental physical quantity to derive a dimension of the derived physical quantity, right? To derive the dimensional formula of the physical quantity, most probability we use a first 5. Length, the symbol of the length we use a capital L. The mass, the symbol of the mass we use a capital M. Time, the symbol of the time we use the capital T. Electric current we use capital A. Thermodynamics temperature we use capital K, right? These 5 physical quantity we use more, right? So here capital L, capital M, capital T, we express the all the fundamental physical quantity with their symbol. These are the symbol of the fundamental physical quantity, not a unit, right? Unit of the length, you know, meter. Unit of the mass is a kg. Unit of the time is a second, right? But here we provide the dimension to the all the 7 fundamental physical quantities, and all other physical quantity we express in terms of these 7 fundamental physical quantities. So let us take a one example how we can express the derived physical quantity in terms of the fundamental physical quantity. For example, suppose we want to derive a dimension of the mass, length, time, electric current in the fundamental derived physical quantity volume, right? So dear student, here you know that volume is equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height, right? So how we derive the dimension of the mass, dimension of the time, dimension of the length in the volume? So here length is a one type of the distance, so its a symbol is a L. So we place instead of the length we represent only by a in a square bracket L, multiply by breadth. Breadth is also one type of the distance, so it is a length, right? So we represent the breadth by a L in a square bracket L, and again height. Height is also a one type of the length, so we represent the height in a bracket symbol of the L. So if we add the power of L and L, we get the L cube, right? So the dimension of the length in a volume is a 3. What about the other dimension? Dimension of the mass. So here the power, this L cube, that means the power 3, represent the dimension of the length in a volume. So what about the other fundamental physical quantity? The other fundamental physical quantity has a dimension 0. So in the volume the dimension of the mass will be 0. Dimension of the time is 0, right? 0 dimension cannot represent, right? Or 0 dimension can be represented with the power 0. So the in a volume the dimension of the length, for a volume the length has a 3 dimension, but the mass, time, right, or and all other physical quantity have a 0 dimension. 0 dimension is represented by subscript 0, like a m raised to 0. So here you can write like this: m raised to 0, l raised to 3 and t raised to 0. But 0 power we cannot represent. So here the in a volume, right, the dimension of the mass, dimension of the time, dimension of the electric current, dimension of the thermodynamics, temperature, all has a dimension 0. But in a volume, there only the length has the dimension 3, right? Understand about this? So how we represent the volume in terms of the length? So volume, it is equal to the length cube, right? So the dimension of the length in a volume is equal to 3. So dear student, understand about what is the dimension of the fundamental physical quantity in terms of the derived physical quantity. Now let us take one another example for the more understand, right? For example, if we take a derived physical quantity like a speed, right? What do you mean by the speed? The speed is equal to the distance divided by time, right? So speed is equal to distance divided by time. So distance, it is a one type of the length. So we put a symbol of the length capital L in a square bracket. Divide by time, we put a time in a square bracket capital T, right? So if we take a T in the upward direction, we can write L into T raised to minus 1. So here in a speed, the dimension of the length is a 1, right? Here the dimension of the length is a 1. Dimension of the time is a minus 1, right? But what about the mass? Mass has a 0 dimension, right? So the dimension of the mass in a speed is a 0. The dimension of the length in a speed is a 1, and the dimension of the time in a speed is a minus 1. So we can represent all the derived physical quantity in terms of the fundamental physical quantity with the power of mlt, and this power of mlt is called the dimension of that fundamental physical quantity in the derived physical quantity. Now let us take one another example, right? For example, if we take a force, right? What do you mean by the force? The formula of the force is equal to mass into acceleration. What is the formula of the force? Formula of the force is a mass into acceleration, right? So how we can derive the dimension of the mass, dimension of the length, dimension of the time in the acceleration? So we can derive with the help of the mass is a fundamental physical quantity, but acceleration is not a fundamental physical quantity. It is a velocity divided by time. Here time is a fundamental physical quantity, but velocity is not a fundamental physical quantity. So velocity we put a distance divided by time. So if we put, we get the equation of the force in the all the in the terms of all the fundamental physical quantity. So here for the mass we represent by a m, and for the acceleration we represent by L divided by t square, right? So L divided by t is the velocity and divided by time again. So we get the acceleration. So L divided by t square. So in a force, the dimension of the mass in a force is a 1. Dimension of the length in a force is also 1, right? And the dimension of the time in a force is a minus 2, right? So dear student, understand what is the dimension of the fundamental physical quantity? The power of mlt, right? The power of mass, power of length, power of time is called the dimension of mass, dimension of length, dimension of time in the derived physical quantity. So dear student, this way we can represent all the derived physical quantity in terms of the power of mlt, and we get a one formula m1 l1 t minus 2, right? So this formula is called the dimensional formula. So dear student, let us see how we can derive a dimensional formula of the different derived physical quantity, dimensional formula of the fundamental physical quantity, right? So let us discuss what do you mean by the dimensional formula and how we can derive the dimensional formula of the all the physical quantity. So the dimensional formula is the expression which shows that how the physical quantity is represented in terms of the fundamental physical quantities. So what is the dimensional formula? The dimensional formula is the formula which shows that the physical quantity, how the derived physical quantity is represented in terms of the fundamental physical quantity. So dear student, let us take some example how we can derive the dimensional formula of the different physical quantity. Like for example, if you want to find the dimensional formula of the volume. So dear student, we know that the volume is equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So how we can derive the dimensional formula of the volume? So here the length has a dimensional L1, breadth has also a dimensional L1, and height has a dimensional L1. So the dimensional formula of the volume is a L raised to power 3, L cube. So what about the dimension of the mass and time? So mass and time has a dimension 0, as we were discussed earlier, right? The dimension of the length in a volume is a 3, dimension of the mass and time is a 0. So we can say that the dimensional formula of the volume is a m0 l3 t0. Now take the another example. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Similarly, we know that the formula of the speed is a distance divided by time. So distance has a dimension L1 and time has a dimension T1. So the dimensional formula of the speed is a L1 T minus 1. What about the mass? In a speed, the mass has a dimension 0. So we can say that the dimensional formula of speed is a m0 l1 t minus 1, right? So dear student, understand how we can write the dimensional formula of the any physical quantity, right? So let us understand more physical quantity for the dimensional formula. So here there are several physical quantities and their dimensional formula are here, right? First of all, we starting with our fundamental physical quantities and their dimensional formula. So we have a 7 fundamental physical quantities and their dimension formula, right? But out of these 7, we use here 5 fundamental physical quantity to derive a dimensional formula. So first physical quantity is a mass. Mass has a dimension m1 and other dimension is a 0. So mass has a dimensional formula m1 l0 t0. Length also a fundamental physical quantity. Length, that means a distance, displacement, height, breadth, right? All the distances are covered in a length, right? So length is a one type of the distance. It has a dimensional formula m0 l1 t0. Similarly, time has a dimensional formula m0 l0 t1, right? Electric current has a dimensional formula a1. That means all other physical quantity is a 0. The dimension of all other physical quantity is 0. So the dimensional formula of the electric current is a a1. So the dimension of the mass is 0, dimension of the length is 0, dimension of the time is 0. It has a only dimension a1, right? Thermodynamics temperature. Thermodynamics temperature has a dimensional formula K1. It has a m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to 0 and k raised to 1. So we take a dimension of all the fundamental physical quantity and we will derive a dimensional formula of all the derived physical quantity. For example, if we consider the physical quantity area, how we can derive the dimensional formula of the area? Area is equal to length into breadth. So here the length has a dimension L1, breadth also has a dimension L1. So we get the dimensional formula of the area is a L2. So the dimensional formula of the area is a M0 L2 T0. So another is a volume. So how we can derive the dimensional formula of the volume? We had discussed previously, right? So volume is equal to length, breadth and height. L1, L1 and L1. So we get the dimensional formula of the volume is a M0, L3, T0. Then we derive a dimensional formula of the density. So what is the formula of the density? Density is equal to mass divided by volume. Mass has a dimension m1 and volume has a dimension L3. So we write like this: m1 divided by L3. Right? So m1 divided by L3. L3 we take in the upward direction. We get the dimensional formula of the density is a m1 L minus 3 and T0. Right? So the dimensional formula of the density is a m1 L minus 3 and T0. And the dimension of the mass in a density is a 1. Dimension of the length in a density is a minus 3 and dimension of the time in a density is 0, right? So another physical quantity is a speed and velocity. Speed and velocity both have a same dimensional formula because the speed is equal to distance divided by time and the velocity is the displacement divided by time. So here the distance and the displacement has the same dimensional formula. So speed or velocity is equal to distance divided by time. So distance we have a formula L1 and time we have a formula T1. So the dimensional formula of the speed is a m0 L1 and T minus 1, right? So understand, dear student, how we can derive the dimensional formula. Another physical quantity is a acceleration. Acceleration is equal to the velocity divided by time. So here the velocity, we know the dimensional formula of the velocity is a m0 L1 T minus 1 divided by time is a T1. So we get a dimensional formula of the acceleration is a m0 L1 T minus 2. Next physical quantity is a force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So dear student, mass has a dimensional formula m1 L0 T0. The dimensional formula of the mass is a m1 L0 T0 multiply by dimensional formula of the acceleration is a m0 L1 T minus 2. So if we combine these two dimensional formula 1 plus 0, the dimensional formula of so we get the here m1 into m0, that means m raised to 1, L raised to 1 and T raised to minus 2. So the dimensional formula of the force is a m1 L1 T minus 2.